Do you want to know how to access your WordPress website files? You can do it using WordPress tools, Hosting File Manager, FTP, and more. In this video, we'll show you several ways to access your WordPress files. Please watch the full video for the complete picture. Without further ado, let's start. First, we are going to see how you can access your files from your WordPress admin dashboard. You can see that we have signed into our WordPress admin dashboard. If we take a look at our site, you can see that we are using the 2024 theme. Now let's get back to our dashboard. So based on what theme you're using, you have different options of accessing your theme files. For example, we're using the 2024 theme. If we're using 2024 theme, we can access our theme files by hovering our mouse over Tools and then clicking on Theme File Editor. If we click over here, you can see a notification is given over here. It says you appear to be making direct edits to your theme in the WordPress dashboard. It is not recommended. Editing your theme directly could break your site and your changes may be lost in future updates. So this is very important because normally you do not need to add or edit anything to your theme files. Most of the things that you want to change or add can be done from the WordPress dashboard or customizer. But if there's something that you need to do or need to edit, you can do it. There are options of doing it. But a thing to note is that if you're not sure what you're doing, this might break your site. It might also conflict with other theme files and plugins on your site. Okay. After you read this message, click on this I understand button, and it's going to give you access to this section where you can access your theme files. From here, you can see that we have the style sheet CSS. We can access our files from here. We can also click on theme functions. And over here, you can see you can customize these file. And if we go to assets, CSS, we can also customize these files. If we go to templates, here are more files. For example, the 404.html, archive, home HTML, index.html. So basically, you can customize your theme files from this section. Okay, you can also click on the plugin file editor, and you're going to see the same message. It says you appear to be making direct edits to your plugin in your WordPress dashboard. Editing plugins directly is not recommended as it may introduce incompatibilities that break your site, and your changes may be lost in future updates. Okay, after you click on I understand button, it's going to give you access. Here you can see we also have the Blocksy companion.php because we were using Blocksy. I'll show you later on why we have Blocksy installed, but you can also edit your plugins.php from here. Okay, you can access your framework and files from here. Now, in case you're using a different theme, for example, I have Blocksy installed. If we go to Appearance and Themes, you can see that we have a Blocksy installed. Here, let's click on the Activate button and activate our theme. Okay, now we're using the Blocksy theme. If we want to edit or customize our theme files, what we can do is, so under Appearance, we are going to click on Theme File Editor. And if we click on Theme Functions, you can see we can edit these files as well. Now here we can change only two files, the style sheet and theme function, which is the functions.php file. If you want to change more of these files, we are using the Blocksy child theme. In this case, we can select what theme we want to edit. So from this drop down, we are going to click on it and select Blocksy, and then we're going to click on the select button. And now it gives us access to the theme files. Here you can see we have access to all the files, the theme functions, the style sheet, and the theme header and the theme footer, all of this. So as you can see, we have the theme header. From here, you can insert your Google Analytics or any other code snippets you want. Okay, you can also customize the theme footer from here. So that is how you can access your WordPress files from your admin dashboard. You might also want to access your media files that you have uploaded. If you want to access those, you can simply hover your mouse over Media and click on Library. This is the WordPress media library, and here are all the images and all the media files that you have uploaded to your site. You can add or upload new media files by clicking on this button, and you can also customize your images. For example, if I click on this image, I can view the media file, edit more details, download the file, or delete it. As for what types of files are accepted, you can go to the official WordPress.org page to get more information. Here you can see about uploading files with WordPress. These are the image files that you are allowed to upload: the .jpg, .jpeg, .png, .gif, and .ico. And for documents, you can upload PDF, doc, docs, docs. For Microsoft PowerPoint presentation, you can upload PPT, PPTX, .pps, .ppsx, and for open document, text document, the ODT, .xls, .psd. For Photoshop documents, audio files, and video files, these are the file types that you are allowed to upload. Okay, so that goes for the media library. Another way through which you can access your files is by using a plugin. We are going to use a very popular plugin, so let's learn how you can do that. First, we're going to hover mouse over plugins and click on Add New. And we're going to use a popular file manager plugin. This is the file manager plugin. You can see it has over 1 million active installations, and it is compatible with our current version of WordPress. And it was updated 35 minutes ago. So this is a very reliable and fantastic plugin you can use to access your files. To install it, we're simply going to click on this Install Now button. And once it's installed, we can click on this Activate button. Alright, so our plugin has been installed and it's added right over here. So if we hover our mouse over WP File Manager, you can see there are a couple of options: the WP File Manager, Settings, Preferences, System Properties. So there are a lot of options. We're going to click on the WP File Manager. And over here we can see a message: welcome to File Manager. You can subscribe if you want. You have to just enter your first name, last name, and your email address. We're going to click on No Thanks right now. And we're going to close this message. And you can see we already have accessed our WordPress files. You can see we have the WP admin, WP content, WP includes folder. And if we scroll down, we have the WP config, WP cron. All the files are over here. And we also have the index.php. We can also access our themes and plugins from here. So you can access all your files from here. So that is how you can access your WordPress files using a plugin. So basically that is how you can access your WordPress files using the general tools, or using a plugin, or the media library. Another way through which you can access your WordPress files is through cPanel. Now, many of the web and hosting service providers give you access to cPanel. cPanel is web hosting control panel software developed by cPanel LLC. It provides a graphical interface to manage a website's server-side tasks. Many web hosts offer cPanel to their customers. If your hosting company offers cPanel, you can use it to maintain your site and access its files easily. To access your cPanel, you need your username and a password. If you don't have your username and password, you can ask your hosting provider to give you these credentials. Once you log into your cPanel, you will find a lot of these information. From here, find this Files section. Under this Files, you can find an option that says File Manager. If we click on File Manager, you will see a similar page like this. Usually, the public_HTML is the folder where your website files are stored, unless you have created a new folder for your WordPress site. But generally, or by default, it's the public_HTML folder. If we open up this folder, we can access our WordPress files. Now, these are the same files that we accessed using the File Manager plugin in our WordPress admin dashboard. You can see we have the index.php. We also have the wp-config.php file. We can access our themes and plugins from the WP content and edit any of these files as per our requirement. There's also another way through which you can access your WordPress files, and that is through the FTP. So for this, we are going to use FileZilla, which is very popular. Go to FileZilla's official link. We will provide this link in the description. and click over here to download for Windows 64-bit. If you're using Windows 32-bit, you can use this one. Or if you're using Mac OS, you can select from these two. Or if you want to download for Linux, you can use this. So for us, we're going to download the Windows software. Okay, we have already downloaded FileZilla and installed the software. After you install this, what you need to do is minimize it and then find this files section, and from here access the FTP accounts. From this section, you can see that we already have an FTP account over here, but we are going to show you how you can create a new FTP account. We are going to insert a username. We're going to write FTP test2, and then we are going to use a password. Then we're going to type the same password again. And for the directory, we're going to erase it so that we can have the full access. And after that, we're going to click on the Create FTP Account button. Alright, so our account was created. As you can see, this is the test2. So after that, we are going to click on this Configure FTP Client. And here we will get some credentials, the FTP username, the server, FTP, and explicit FTPS port number. So first we're going to copy this server name. Now we're going to go back to FileZilla, and then we're going to click on File, and we're going to click on Site Manager. From this section, you can see we have no sites. We're going to click on this New Site button, and you can type in the name of your site, but we're not going to do it. From here, we're going to select the FTP file transfer protocol. We're going to paste in the host over here, and the port number was 21 and the username was this one, so let's copy this. So port is 21 and username is this one, and for log on type we're going to select the normal, and we have to insert the password that we created. After this, we are going to click on connect, and we're going to click on OK, and we're going to re-enter our password here and then click on OK. And we're going to see this message. We're going to click on OK again. And you can see that we have successfully accessed our files. So if we click on this public_HTML, we can access our WordPress files from here. You can see the wp-config.php file is over here. Our index.php file is also here. We also have the wp admin folder, content, and includes. So everything is over here. So this method might not always work, all right? Because you have to change your DNS and it takes time for the DNS to connect your site. So in that case, what you can do is go back to your cPanel, and from here you can see there is your IP address. So copy this IP address, go back to FileZilla and open your file site manager, and in the host, paste in your IP address and then click on connect. So that will also allow you to connect FileZilla to your website, and you can access your WordPress files through that way. In case you're using a VPS, you can still use FileZilla and access your website files. So we're here in a Vultr documentation where we can read and find out how you can connect your Vultr website to FileZilla and access your website files. So this is just for a demonstration. You can be using any VPS services. So if I scroll down here, you can see they have described how to find your access credentials. So you have to navigate to the products page in the customer portal. And in the product listing, click the server name to open the server information page. You'll find the IP address, username, and password on this page. Click the eye icon in the password field to reveal the password, or use the copy icon to copy it to your clipboard. So after you're done, you can scroll down, and here you can see they have discussed how you can connect your FileZilla with your Vultr site. Normally, you'll have to click on File, then Site Manager to create a new site configuration, then click on the New Site button and give the site a name. Choose the SFTP from the protocol dropdown, enter the IP address or the host name in the host field, choose the normal logon type, enter your username and password, and then click on Connect. You can see they have a GIF over here that's going to show you how you can do the entire process. So basically that is how you can access your files through SFTP. If you're using a VPS or any other server using the SSH protocol. However, please note, instead of FTP, the SFTP method is recommended to access your WordPress files. Here's the difference between FTP and SFTP according to an official WordPress.org resource page. Let's see what it says. It is important that when you connect and transfer the files, that you do so in a secure way that will not expose your password to anyone on the network. For this reason, we recommend using SFTP instead of FTP, as it will encrypt your password before sending it out over the network. Most hosts may offer SFTP with either the same or a different set of credentials, so be sure to check with them regarding your setup if you are unsure. cPanel isn't the only server and site management system. Take Hostinger, for example. It has a different server and site management system. Let us see. So we are logging into our Hostinger server and site management system. And over here, we are going to click on the website tab. And here are our websites. We're going to click on the manage button. From this dashboard, we are simply going to scroll down and we're going to click on the files. And from here, we're going to click on the FTP accounts. Now here you can see your FTP IP, FTP hostname, username, FTP port, folders to upload files, and much more. You can also create a new FTP account right from here. You just have to provide your username and password, and then use these credentials to connect your FTP with FileZilla so you can upload your files and access your WordPress files from here. You can also use a file manager. So let me click on manage again. And from here, we're going to select the file manager. And here we are. This is where we can access our WordPress files. So we're going to click on the public_HTML folder. And here we can see our WordPress files. Here are the WP admin folder, WP content folder. And within the WP content folder, we can see our plugins, themes, and all other files and folders. Here we can see our plugins. Okay, so let's go back. We can also take a look at our themes from this folder. And back here, we can see the PHP files, the index.php, the wp-config.php. All these files are over here. We can open them, we can edit them, rename them. We can also select multiple files by holding the Control or Command on our keyboard and clicking on multiple files. We can also download these. So that is how you can access your WordPress files if you're using Hostinger. So based on which hosting provider you're using, you will also have the options to access your WordPress files. Now, if you're running your WordPress website on Localhost, accessing your WordPress files is still possible. But this depends on what kind of software you're using. So XAMPP is one of the most popular software for running WordPress on Localhost. If you're using XAMPP, what you can do is simply locate the XAMPP folder where you have installed your XAMPP software. So once you have located it, just double click on it. And from here, go to the htdocs folder. And here you will find your WordPress sites. Now the names of this website will be whatever you name them. For example, ecom, this is one of my websites I created. If I click on it, you can see that these are our WordPress files. It has the WP admin folder, the WP content folder, and the WP includes folder. It also has the index.php and the WP config file. Now, if you're using any other software, for example, Local is another popular program. Now, Local is comparatively a newer software, but you can use this to launch your WordPress website on the fly. If you're using Local and want to access your files, what you can simply do is select the website you want. And from this section, you can simply see this option, go to site folder. If I click over here, it's going to bring me to this section. From this section, we can simply go to app, and then we can click on public. And this is going to give us the folder where our WordPress files are stored. Here's the index.php file. And here's the wp-config.php file and all the folders. Basically, that is how you can use Local to access your WordPress files. So that brings us to the end of this video. We hope this was helpful for you guys. If you found this video helpful, give this video a like and subscribe to our channel for more helpful videos on WordPress. So thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.